In today's video, we got the most coveted upscaler to play your retro consoles in HD. We got a pretty rare N64 game, and also we filmed this little 1-hour time lapse of the first hour of the day. Trading time! Alright guys, we have a boxed Dreamcast that came in today, which is pretty cool. This actually did not come with the cardboard insert, but we actually had an extra one, so we were able to get that fully complete. The tag is on some packing tape that was already on the box. Normally we'd put it on a sticky note, but it goes on the tape. We then have a brand new PS5 controller and also a charging station, which is kind of cool. We have been getting a lot of PS5 accessories, which is kind of weird, but I mean, it's good, I guess. We have a Neo Geo game. This is Samurai Spirits. It is missing the manual, though. And then we have Namco Museum Volume 3. For the Switch, Just Dance 2020 and Lego DC Supervillains. And then for PS3, we have Uncharted Drake's Fortune, the cardboard sleeve version, Modern Warfare 3, White Knight Chronicles, Dark Souls 2, Assassin's Creed 2, Infamous, and Little Big Planet 2. For PS4, we have Kingdom Hearts 1.5 2.5 HD Remix, Kingdom Hearts 3, that was a sealed copy, Paw Patrol, Star Wars Battlefront, Call of Duty World War II, Red Dead 2, God of War, FIFA 19, Ghost of Tsushima, Descenders, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Star Wars Battlefront. For Xbox 360, we have Halo Wars, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Madden 16, MLB 2K6, FIFA 15, Left 4 Dead 2, Portal 2, FIFA Street, Sims 3 Pets, and The Legend of Spyro Dawn of the Dragon. Kind of an expensive one. And then we have some Game Gear games here, complete in box, which is really cool. And actually, I'm going to put the camera over here because I wanted these to be in a specific order. Alright, so first up, well, I should also mention, we did get a boxed Game Gear in, which is this one, but it does not work. So, it's there so that it can hopefully get recapped, and then we'll sell it. So, these are all complete. Only this first one has, like, the plastic insert. The other ones are complete minus the insert. I'm assuming that they came with one originally. But we have Sonic 2, and these all the boxes are kind of crushed, so they're all marked as poor. We have Tasmania, and then we have Chase HQ. This one, I'm surprised it's not like way more expensive because loose copies are not that hard to find. They go for like 15-20 bucks, but box copies seem to be pretty hard to come across, and I'm just surprised that they're not more. The price that I put on this was based off of eBay sold listings, and then also just looking at the price charting sold listings. The next one, there was only one sold listing on eBay, and price charting is not accurate because it doesn't sell very often. So obviously price charts has a bunch of old sales on there, but that is Streets of Rage. Just getting a loose copy of this is not super cheap. Like I said, they are kind of crushed, so it's got some creasing on there, on the back and everything, but there's one sold on eBay. Or no, I think there was two sold. I think there was one for $180 and then one for $200. I priced it at the cheaper one because of the creasing and everything, but pretty hard to find, expensive Game Gear game. Not loose, but complete in box. Some Game Gear games are just as hard to find complete as Game Boy games can be. The boxes and manuals are just super, super rare compared to the cartridges. We resurfaced that customer's game the other day, and I asked you guys to guess in the comments what game it was. Nobody got it, which was kind of expected. There's so many Wii games, but it was Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Hey guys, we got another staff pick for you from me. Today we have Shadow of the Colossus. I love this game. I've played it quite a bit. They have it for PS2, PS3, and PS4. On the PS4 they have it remastered, and they added some more goodies to it, like there's hidden stuff to find and everything. But this is a really good like adventure style game. You're fighting a bunch of different colossus, these giant creatures that you climb up It's almost kind of like a puzzle game because you have to figure out how to climb up to their weak spots. It's kind of like, almost like Legend of Zelda, more like Breath of the Wild, just because the world's so beautiful and expansive. You're mostly like riding to the Colossi, and then you fight them and everything. But man, if you like Zelda, you would probably love this game. But that's my staff pick for today, Shadow of the Colossus. Adam tried to stab me. He's being bad.
And these are going to be the last trades of the day, guys, but we have some incredible stuff in here to go over. So, first, we have a PlayStation 1 Classic. It didn't come with the cables, but luckily, one of the cables is just your standard HDMI. The other one is a micro USB with just a little power brick. So we were able to test it, and we do have cables for it. For the Genesis, we got Golden Axe and Altered Beast. And then we have Smash for the Wii, and then we have 2 factory sealed games. We have Wii Party, which is already kind of a rare game, even just as a complete copy, but a sealed one is pretty awesome. And then also, goes along with it very nicely, a factory sealed Wii Party U, which is also not an easy to find Wii U game, even just for an opened copy. So, sealed one is super awesome. Then, we have this here. This is basically a SCART and VGA and component adapter for the Sega Dreamcast. So this thing plugs in right here. This side goes into your Dreamcast, obviously. You have SCART on this side. You have VGA and AV, I guess, I guess that'll just be audio. And then you have the switches and stuff over here. So it's not component. But SCART is the main reason why this is here, because it was traded in with all of this. This came from a regular. Tim, if you're watching, thank you. And this is a Framemeister. And if you guys don't know, this is essentially the best possible way to get the best quality picture out of retro consoles. And the Framemeister, from my understanding, was a Japanese exclusive thing. They didn't release it in America, although tons of people have imported them because they are so nice. From what I heard, they actually don't make them anymore. I could be wrong on that, and if I am, please correct me in the comments down below. But this is basically, you have the AV inputs here, and then it outputs HDMI. I'm going to open it real quick so you guys can see. But it's got its own remote here. It's got all sorts of SCART connectors and stuff like that. You got the power cable, and then the unit itself. So we have RGB in, AV in, and then we have all of these here. So basically, it's an HDMI upscaler, but it is a really, really high quality, super, super nice one. These things are not cheap. This is the price for the whole package here. So this thing by itself normally sells for like $350 to $500 just for the Framemeister. But with our bundle here, you're also getting 2 10-foot SCART cables. One of them is still brand new, still sealed. And they're really, really nice ones. They're all like metal plated and everything. And then you're also going to get this. This is basically a SCART switcher. So as you can see on the front here, you have one input, so you can hook up one console at a time. If you have an AV switch, you could run through that first and then go into here. But so this is basically an AV switch, but instead of AV, you get SCART, which is going to look a lot better than AV. And anyone who is into like this kind of stuff, they'll know exactly what this is. But if you're looking for the best possible picture out of your Sega Genesis, your Super Nintendo, your Atari Jaguar, like whatever, these older consoles, getting a SCART adapter and running SCART out and then into this, and then running AV or component out of here into the Framemeister and then HDMI to the television, that is going to give you like the best possible picture quality that you can get. So it's super cool. It's obviously very expensive. He said that this thing here was only like $60 new. And then the cables, he said, were about $20 a piece. So I was thinking if this goes for, $350 to $500 by itself, then we'll price the whole thing at $420. So whoever buys it will hopefully feel like they're getting a pretty good deal. Because I was going to price this by itself at $350 to be on the lower side, and then I asked him what this was because I wasn't even really sure. I knew that these were SCART connectors, but I didn't, I've never used one of these things. And I asked him, like, well, should I just kind of like do it all as one bundle then? Because it all, it kind of goes together. You don't need this. This is all you need technically, but this just makes the bundle better, gives you more options. And he's like, it'd probably sell better if it was all as one unit. So that's what I decided to do. And so instead of $350 for that, it's $420 for everything. And then lastly, and this is super, super cool. I'm pretty sure this is like going to be what the title for the video is about, but we did get 3 N64 games as well. And N64 is my favorite, so I had to save it for last. We have WCW Mayhem. We have Cruisin' USA. And then the big daddy, guys, we haven't had this game for a long time, is Bomberman 64, The Second Attack. And as you can see, this one is in really good condition. There's like a little thing up on the top there that's just like some dirt or something, but no rips, no tears, no sun fading, no anything. Overall, really, really good condition. This is a super hard game to find. If you're not including variants or not for resale games or anything weird like that, this is in the top 5 most expensive N64 games out there. Bye, Ryan!
See ya!
Bye!
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 Bye, Ryan!
Bye, brother!
Bye, Ryan!
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Ryan.
Bye, Abby.
Wow!
So we just put out 4 consoles today. They were on hold for 15 days. And we get a lot of questions when we mentioned that we have to hold consoles. So Cooper's going to explain that.
Yeah, so the 2 Xboxes over there, the Monster Hunter Switch and the PS4, were all ready to go out. Those all came in on the same day.
There's actually the PS4 and Xbox One were today, and then the Monster Hunter and the other Xbox One are tomorrow, but we're closed, so I put them out.
Gotcha. So, yeah, people always ask why we have to hold consoles, and it is Washington State law for pawn shops. And in Washington State, used video game stores are classified as pawn shops. And so we have to have certain licenses and stuff like that pawn shops also have to get. The one thing that we don't have to have that they need is a pawn license. We don't offer like pawn services, obviously, but we do have to have what is called a secondhand dealer's license, which is in addition to the business license and stuff like that. So there's a lot of requirements that they have with stuff, and we basically just followed our CPA's recommendations for what to do, which what he said is to hold like current gen, like newer consoles that are worth $75 or more that have serial numbers, and the 15 days is the legal requirement for that. So this is a hold shelf here. These are all waiting. And then we also have this. The PS5 is the one we're going to be giving away, so that's, you can ignore that. Then we have these as well that are all waiting. So these have all come in recently, and we have them marked. As you can see, this is the 14th, that'll be ready. The 11th, that'll be ready. This is the 8th. Isn't that today?
That's 2 days.
Okay. That's the 10th, so they're all different, and once they've been held for 15 days, then we get to put them out. The reason for holding them is so if somebody reports a Switch Lite, like example this one, if they report one of these stolen and they give the serial number to the police can come in here and they can be like, hey, we're looking for a gray Switch Lite with this serial number, and we could check and see if we have it. If we do have it, they're going to take it.
Which has never happened.
It's never happened, luckily. But that's the law, and that's why we hold them. Ryan did his staff pick today, which you guys saw earlier. This is the game he was going to show, but he opened up the case, and inside was a Mega Drive copy and a Mega Drive manual. We had the North American case, which is Genesis. In the PAL regions and stuff, they called it Mega Drive. So Normally we're trying to pick games that we have in the system. This one, because of this, had to be removed, so he didn't choose that. We are going to put these back in the system because you can still play this on a North American Genesis, but if somebody buys a complete copy on the Genesis, they're expecting to get that version on the inside. So we had to remove it from the system as a complete one. We'll put it back in as Mega Drive version, cartridge, and manual. I also entered the rest of my Master System collection into the system today, so I'm going to go over these kind of quick. But every single one of these is complete except there's one, and I can't remember which one it is. It might be Global Defense. No, Enduro Racer. Enduro Racer is the only one that's missing a manual. Everything else here is complete. Some of them are poor condition and stuff like that. A couple of them are in fair condition. A lot of them are in good condition, but they're all going to be marked, of course. But unfortunately, I don't have time to go through all of them right now. It is like a little bit past 10:30 at night, and I'm not supposed to be here this late. I still have to edit the vlog, and so I'm going to go home. I also got these entered. The Nights into Dreams bundle and the Virtua Cop one. The 3-month starter pack thing. This big box, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. And then these here, some Xbox games. And then some Genesis stuff. And I still have way more Genesis and Xbox at home. This just happens to be the stuff that was in the box that I brought in. Since we got that Framemeister in today, I want to know, for the question of the day, how many consoles do you have hooked up at home, whether it's in your game room or your living room or something like that? Obviously, our game room's not done yet. I don't have any consoles hooked up in there. We just have the Switch and the PS5 in the living room. But I want to know, how many consoles do you have hooked up? So let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow.